Yo, how's it going? And I'm sorry for making this video long. It's longer than usual, but really guys, there are a lot of things that you should know about. So again, I'm sorry. Hopefully you get the full picture and you're convinced to get this really great PC, and I'll get back to the old me. Alright people, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing great. It's your boy, and I just want you to hear me out till the end because this is like a bit important. In case you didn't know, the Intel 10th gen CPUs are actually here and they provide really good performance on Fortnite. So I was like, okay, maybe it's equivalent to the Ryzen CPUs, but then I saw this really crazy video on Steady Gaming, which is a great channel. You should check it out. It usually makes gameplay of Fortnite videos. He was using the i5-10400 and an RTX 2080. Now the RTX 2080 is equivalent to an RTX 2070 Super. It's pretty much the same GPU, but as you can see, he's getting over 400 frames per second at a time, and he's like 300 to 350 frames like most of the time as an average. So that was really crazy. These are numbers that pretty much like you could only see them on like a 9900K or an Intel high-end CPU, and this is a CPU for 200 bucks. So I can guarantee you, if you decided to play like pro Fortnite, you will not go like under 180 frames per second. It will rarely happen, And there's also that other video that kind of makes my point stronger. There's that god of tech. He's called Ryan from Tech City. You can check out his review on the 10400, but long story short, he paired it with an RTX 2080 Ti and he played Fortnite at 1080p competitive settings, and the results were really insane. He was getting an average of 300 plus frames per second, which is awesome. And what's more awesome, the 1% lows. The 1% lows is like, if you played for 10 hours, like 1% of that time, how the frame rates would be. It was really crazy. You were looking at 230 frames per second. So this shows you how capable this CPU. But again, he's pairing it with an RTX 2080 Ti, and that's like a 1200 bucks GPU. And as you can see at the top, the 10900K is actually like getting 400 frames. So I guess both the RTX 2070 Super and the RTX 2080 Ti are kind of bottlenecked by this CPU. In case you're only like a Fortnite gamer and you don't know what bottlenecking means, it means that the CPU isn't powerful enough to make the GPU go full throttle and get the maximum potential of it. So yeah, as I said it, I'm sorry for that really long intro, but I think you should know about it. So these really crazy, pro Fortnite users like Booga, Energy, Benji, Fishy, you'll get like performance close to theirs, and that's if you're not recording or you're just playing for yourself. If I got $1000 and I wanted to get a PC that runs Fortnite at 240 frame rates stable and get into pro Fortnite gaming, this is what 100% I would go for. I would 100% do also that. This PC is really easy to build. I'll leave guides on how to build a gaming PC down in the description, and there are no like liquid coolers or anything crazy, so it's pretty straightforward. In case you're wondering, I would go for the 10400 or RTX 2060 Super over the previous 1000 bucks gaming PC that I made. If Fortnite is only like my own concern, but some other games like Battlefield 5 and these GPU intensive games, you'll find the difference. But again, if you're like a pro Fortnite gamer, hands down, this is where you should spend your money if you have like 1000. And let's get to the parts. First up, the CPU. Obviously, we're looking at the i5-10400. So that's a 6 cores 12 threaded CPU. It's not overclockable. It's for 190 bucks. It's totally worth it when you compare it to the Ryzen 5 3600 performance on Fortnite, as I said. And it can turbo to over 4.2 gigahertz, I believe. I don't remember exactly, but it's capable, in terms of clock. Got great IPC. You can do video editing with it. You could do a little bit of like recording or maybe streaming if you're taking it really serious, but I can't promise you with really high frame rates when you get into these crazy stacked end games. Yeah, when you're not streaming or recording, this CPU will hold its own really freaking good. I really want to get this CPU, man. It looks really good, and this makes me more optimistic about the i3-10300 on all the lower end Intel CPUs, and these new 10th gen CPUs are actually better because the higher core count and the better IPC-ish and the higher clock. So we really cannot go wrong with it for this $1000 budget. Damn, that was too long. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. I really hate making long videos, but I think we should have mentioned all that. For the board, we're looking at the GIGABYTE Z490 Gaming X board, and I love GIGABYTE. That's why I'm going with GIGABYTE for like 160 bucks. It's one of the cheapest D490 boards you can have right now, and it should support the next gen, like 11th gen Intel CPUs in case you want to upgrade in the future. Yeah, it's got all the bells and whistles, and you can overclock the CPU on it. The 10400 is not overclockable, so I'm talking about the future CPUs you're gonna get if you decided to keep this board. And yeah, for 160 bucks, it's an entry level high-end Z490 board, you know, so it's really cool for the price. Got all the bells and whistles you need again, and it's a Gigabyte. I really love Gigabyte. They are a really good trusted brand. As for the RAM, we're looking at two 8GB sticks, which means 16GB of DDR4 3200 MHz RAM, which is dual channel memory, and I guess that's cool, you know. Yeah, and 16 gigs will last you like okay for the next 2 or 3 years, as I usually say, and it's awesome. Now, as for the storage, we're looking at a 1TB SSD. So yes, we were able to fit a 1TB SSD on that budget. You'll be able to store a lot of games, and it's your boot drive, and you get these fast boot up speeds and loading times, as they usually say in every single gaming PC build I made. But again, 1TB is awesome amount of space for this PC, and I guess we like packed a lot of cool things for $1,000. This is my opinion, but let me know yours. As for the GPU, we're not going with the RTX 2070 Super. You remember, you know, you're being bottlenecks. So we're going with the RTX 2060 Super, which is essentially an RTX 2070. Like, you'll be getting over 300 frames per second on Fortnite if you decided to do that. But hey, I guess 240 FPS is your limit there, because, you know, if you're getting a 240 Hz monitor, you don't, you know, need to go over that. Doesn't make a lot of sense, in my opinion. But finally, like 240 FPS, stable 240 frame rates, you know, is achievable for a budget PC. And this is what I like, and this is what will this GPU present to you. You will not find any difference whatsoever, in my opinion, you know, between the RTX 2060 Super and the RTX 2070 Super, even though there aren't any gameplay or test with it. But I can guarantee that, because the RTX 2070 Super is bottlenecked, as I said. So I guess this GPU will do very well, and it will also like do very well in other games like Call of Duty Warzone. If you didn't find this GPU on the market, you can get the RTX 2070, which is essentially the same GPU, but they changed the name. I don't know, it's a weird branding from Nvidia, but it's pretty much the same damn GPU. So whichever you find for a good price, you get it. And I can guarantee you're gonna get a ton of great performance. I'm really hyped, you know, about this PC. It's really good for the price, even though $1,000 seems to be a lot. But hey, $1,000 didn't used to get you that type of performance on Fortnite. So as for the power supply, we're looking at the Thermaltake 500 watt ALA plus certified power supply. It's more than enough for this PC, since you're not overclocking, but it's not that future proof. Again, this Thermaltake one is more than enough. 100%, it will not fail you. It's a really trusted brand, and it's 80 plus, so it's actually really awesome for the price. As for the case, I give you two options. I give you the NZXT H510, which is a premium case. It looks good, you know. And there is also, if you like teal, just like your boy here, and hey, you can get the dark case for $65, and I really like the color of it. I'm just recommending that for the beautiful color, you know. Teal is like a really cool color, and I love it so much. So yeah, you can pick what you like between both, and they're really good for the price, you know. 65 to $70 is a really good price for a case for that budget. You can get the up here 3-pack RGB fans for like $25. They're really cheap, you know, RGB case fans, but they're actually really decent. And yeah, that's a wrap, my friends. If you like that video, press on that like button. And again, I'm sorry for making it long. I'm really darn sorry. I don't like making long, you know, videos. If you like that video, press on that like button. And yeah, subscribe, of course, and I'll see you in the next one. That you really, like, you know, if it's me, I would get the i5 10400F, and I would wait for the H410M to be released. And then I would get something like a GTX 1080, which is equivalent to like the RTX 2060 Super, but that's a used GPU. And what a master plan. Damn, man. Peace.